The idea around leave request is plan time away from the office. Okay. Most common uses are things like I'd like to book my annual vacation. I'd like to, I'm having my surgery and I need to book 3 days of recovery time. Those types of things, not necessarily the incidental, I was sick yesterday and I need to capture that on my timesheet. So with the leave request system, when you come into it, you can see all the different leave that I've got in the system that's in different statuses. It might be submitted and waiting for my manager to deal with it. It might be white and just something working I haven't yet submitted. It might be something that's come back as declined or something that's approved. If I ever want to see the details of one of those days, I can go through, have a look, see the information that's associated with what I was doing, and what's come back from my managers if they put comments as it's flowing through the workflow. So putting in new ones is very simple. I can just literally go to when I want to book that time or use the date pickers to go through, select them. I can do a single day or I can do multiple days, whatever is applicable. If I'm looking at doing something for a couple days, I'd go through and say, yeah, I'm looking at taking off, say August 24th to the 26th, and it gives me the ability to go through and start to capture my leave time. If you guys, because I've configured Penny to tie into project accounting, it's showing the project accounting entry screen. Now, if we configure it for other systems, because we have lots of ways that we can integrate with GP, it would tie into things like Wensoft or into Core Canadian Payroll or Olympic or Diamond, or there's a bunch of different things. So at that point in time, I can go through, and if you capture leave time against projects, I can put that in, or it's something that can be optional. And here I can choose time from my time banks to say, what type of time am I booking off? So I can go through and say, this is my vacation time, and I need my 8.5. I need my time booked in for 8.5 or 8 hours a day for my 3 days. Put in notes of why I'm going away if that's relevant. If I want to want a weekend, and go through and just build out the information for my timesheet. I can save it, or if I'm happy with that, I can go through and submit it up the workflow chain to whoever's assigned to be my manager. If I need to use different time banks because I don't have enough and I want to take advantage of different time banks, I could certainly go through and say, yeah, let me change Friday to 4 hours for my vacation, and let me also use some of my banked sick time if that was one of the codes that may make relevant, and go through and process that time through. Again, once I'm happy with it, I can go through and submit it to whoever's assigned to be my manager. When I submit it, it goes through and checks my balances and tells me if I actually have enough time. If not, it gives me a warning, and we can turn that on or off, whether we allow negatives, a few of those things. But basically, we go through, put in our time, submit it. It leaves our desk and starts to move up the workflow chain to the next level, which is the person who's responsible for approving that.